What's going on, guys? Messi here and welcome to a brand new video and welcome to your daily dose of transfer gossip. And today it's Thursday the 14th of June. And yesterday was pretty crazy for transfer rumours and confirmed deals, so we have got a lot to get through. But the main thing about today is the start of the World Cup. Competitive football is finally back and I really can't wait for it. So just before we get started, as always, if you enjoyed the video and enjoyed transfers, show support by leaving a like rating. That'd be absolutely awesome and greatly appreciated. If you're new to my channel, press the subscribe button for more and press the notifications tab next to it to receive an alert every single time I upload a video. If you missed yesterday's double upload, one at 8 AM, one at 9 PM, they're down below in the description box. And finally, in the comment section below, what is your score prediction for the very first game of the World Cup between Russia and Saudi Arabia? Let me know your thoughts down below, but now let's jump on to confirmed deals. And as I mentioned at the very start, we have got a lot to get through, so I may cover some stories very quickly. So the very first confirmed deal was AC Milan legend Inzaghi becoming the official manager of Bologna in the Serie A. But now it moves on to really interesting stuff because honestly, it came out of nowhere yesterday. We found out on Tuesday the official new manager of Real Madrid and they chose Lopetegui, the Spanish national team manager. But yesterday, he was sacked 2 days before their World Cup opener against Portugal. He will still become the Real Madrid manager, by the way, and initially it did say that his presentation would be after the World Cup, but now he hasn't got a job in the national team anymore, so the presentation is tonight around 6 PM UK time. And the reason for him being sacked then, so the Spanish FA have said they've been forced into sacking him when he agreed to join Real Madrid, but that's because he didn't inform them of the decision until 5 minutes before it was announced. And they basically go on to say as a Spanish national team manager is a way to act, and right now it wasn't fulfilled. So yeah, that happened, and potentially one of the most controversial things to happen just before a World Cup kicks off, and it honestly surprises so much. But his replacement as a Spanish national team manager is a former Real Madrid player and captain, Fernando Hierro. Now, it's a very odd situation for him because apparently he's worked with the Spanish team before, so someone knows about their tactics. But in regards to a manager, like 2 days before their first game, it's a very tough position to be put in. They have still got world-class players scattered all around the pitch, so I'm not really doubting how well they'll do this summer. They may not do as well potentially as before, but if Hierro does a good job, he'll become even more of a legend than he already is. And the final one on this page is a contract extension for Atletico Madrid centre-back Jose Maria Jimenez. He signed a new deal yesterday until 2023, and that's amid interest from the likes of Real Madrid. And now moving on to player transfers, and the very first one is a Serbian striker called Djordjevic. Yesterday he joined Chievo from Lazio on a free transfer. Now we've got Abraham Gonzalez going to Lobos in Mexico from UNAM. Again, that's also a free deal. Then we've got the Brazilian striker Fernandao going to Al Wahda in the Saudi Pro League from Fenerbahce for 2.5 million euros. And the final one on this page again is going to be Basak Acoglu. If I said that wrong, I do apologise, but his first name is Bilal. Yesterday he joined Kayserispor from Feyenoord in the Eredivisie, and that's for £990,000. I remember using his card a couple FIFAs ago actually. It's a decent silver. I think it also has 4-star skill moves. Next up, we go on to the final two confirmed today. The very first one is going to be Goldson. He joined Rangers from Brighton for a fee of £3.5 million and he signed a 4-year contract with Steven Gerrard's team. And the final confirmed one technically isn't fully confirmed just yet, but has been confirmed by his agent. So the agent of Santos prodigy Rodrigo has confirmed his client will be joining Real Madrid, who will pay 40 million euros for 80% of his player rights, plus bonuses amounting to 45 million euros. He also confirmed there were offers from Liverpool, PSG and Barcelona, and he'll join up with Real Madrid in the summer of 2019, so 1 year's time. And as the second youngster Real Madrid have bought from Brazil in the last year or so, because a few months back is Vinicius Jr., who's actually joining them this summer, and now Rodrigo again is next summer. And that is 90 million euros spent between Rodrigo and Vinicius Jr. And Real Madrid definitely now are building for the future. And now moving on to potential deals. The very first one is according to pretty much every single news outlet. Nottingham Forest have agreed a club record fee in the region of £13 million for Benfica midfielder João Carvalho. They're also in the process of getting a second player from Benfica on loan, but they haven't actually named what player it is just yet. And now we've gone to one according to the Daily Mirror saying that Burnley have made a £25 million bid for West Brom defender Craig Dawson and forward Jay Rodriguez. And Rodriguez, by the way, if he does go back to them, it'd be a return. West Brom are set to reject that deal though, as they're looking for more money. Now we've gone to Yannick Bolasie, and this one is according to AMK Sport. Everton's Yannick Bolasie will hold talks over a proposed move to Turkish side Fenerbahce in the coming weeks. They claim the player is wanted by the Turkish team, with Sporting director Damien Comoli offering the player the chance to join the club. Now, of course, he had that horrible injury for Everton, and now he's back playing football again, but it was a long time out. And a move to Fenerbahce, it might be a very interesting opportunity. And the final one on this page is going to be Bruno Fernandes, and this one is according to his agent. He confirmed that Roma are interested in him, and AC Milan are a little bit but not too much, but we'll find out more in the next 3 or 4 days. And he ends it by saying the player will be going to Italy, so again, not knowing what team it is just yet, but Roma seem to be the front runners. Now going on to page number 2 then, the very first player is going to be Issa Diop. It's according to pretty much every single news outlet, and they're saying that West Ham are close to agreeing a £22 million deal with Toulouse to sign the centre-back Issa Diop. It seems he does have a lot of potential, and also if you play Football Manager, apparently like a massive gem on that game as well. Now we go on to Stefan Savic, and this one is according to Sky Sports News. Chelsea and Juventus are in talks to sign Atletico Madrid defender Stefan Savic, and previously he has played in the Prem for Man City. It doesn't mention any kind of fee or anything just yet, but I imagine in a few days' time we'll find out some more information. And again, this one is according to various different sources. Arsenal are one of a number of different clubs interested in signing Portuguese international Gelson Martins from Sporting. And just like Rui Patricio, just like Bastos, just like Bruno Fernandes, and also just like William Carvalho, he has terminated his contract with Sporting. So technically he will be a free transfer, but there are rumours saying that Sporting's president has stepped down or will be stepping down, so maybe those players could go back on the termination and they might stay at Sporting anyway. And now we've got a very interesting one regarding Paris Saint-Germain and financial fair play. So what I've read so far, I don't think they're getting in any trouble. There were reports saying they need 60 million euros before the end of the month to like kind of break even, and then they'll be all good, but it seems that number is too high, and instead it's 40 million euros. And Paris United are saying Jorge Mendes met with the PSG president last night to discuss multiple players. The first is Guedes. Mendes wants the player to move on before the end of the World Cup for Portugal in terms of having a deal in place. Despite interest from the likes of Arsenal, Napoli, Inter Milan, and Liverpool recently as well, the player wants to move to Spain instead. The second player they talked about was Milinkovic-Savic from Lazio, but at the moment, it seems it's out of PSG's price range. And another player into PSG today, again according to Paris United, is going to N'Golo Kante yet again. They're saying that Antero Henrique, which is a sporting director of PSG, has had multiple meetings with N'Golo Kante's representatives, and Henrique feels the meetings went well enough to approach Chelsea formally. And next up, according to Fabrizio Romano and Sky Italia, West Ham and Lazio are close to reaching an agreement for Felipe Anderson. The last bid from West Ham was 30 million euros plus 20% of a future sale, and the Lazio director was in London last night to finalise the deal. And now we got on to a very interesting one regarding Moussa Dembele. So according to RMC today, Premier League side Tottenham Hotspur have accepted a £30 million offer from an unnamed Chinese Super League side for Belgian central midfielder Moussa Dembele. The bid is actually £60 million though, excluding Chinese taxes who take 50% off any deal. The player though has put the offer on hold because right now he's waiting until after the World Cup to make a decision on his future. And Sky Italia are saying Juventus, Napoli and Inter Milan, they all want him. I'm not gonna lie, I don't want him to go to the Chinese Super League because he's a great player on FIFA and potential FIFA 19, he might not even be on the game. And our player potentially going to Tottenham, according to various different sources. Tottenham have offered Aston Villa £15 million for their highly rated midfielder Jack Grealish. According to Team Talk, honestly I've not actually heard that source, Chelsea are willing to spend £30 million to get the midfielder to Stamford Bridge this summer. So he is definitely in demand, and Aston Villa, they're not in a great financial situation right now, so they may be forced to sell him, whether it's the Spurs for 15 or Chelsea for 30, we'll have to wait and see. And now moving on to the next page, and the very first one is according to Tuttosport, who again are not too reliable. Depending on the future of Mehdi Benatia, who is an Arsenal target, Juventus have either moved for Ajax defender De Ligt. I've said it before and pretty much everyone knows it anyway, but he is a massive talent and already starting for the Dutch national team. The fee would be massive, like £50 million plus I imagine, but potentially at club level, he could be a centre back for like 10 years. And next up, a very short one about Raheem Sterling and his future at Manchester City. So Man City have failed to reach an agreement with the England winger Raheem Sterling over a new long-term deal. And now we've got some massive news regarding Anthony Martial and his future at Manchester United. So very late last night, his agent did come out and say on radio, after thinking about all the possibilities and parameters, Anthony wants to leave Manchester United. He has said that Martial is unhappy of a lack of assurances over his role in the team. His contract runs out at the end of this season, although United have an option to extend it until 2020. Now because of this information coming out, you'd assume that pretty much every single big European team, they're all interested. He's a great talent, like a fantastic talent, he just needs game time. And not being a starter at United cost him massively this summer because he didn't get in the France squad for the World Cup, instead he's a backup. United can get a massive fee for him, of course they can, and despite being 1 year left in his contract, teams will happily pay a big fee for him, but I can't see him going to another Premier League side. Like, if he reaches potential elsewhere in the Prem, I don't think United fans will be very happy at all. But now moving on to counter reports in Germany, and first up, according to Bild, Bayer Leverkusen goalkeeper Bernd Leno is set to sign for Arsenal, with an announcement expected to be soon. And kicker Arsene Leno to Arsenal could be as early as next week for a fee of €22 million plus add-ons. And now another one for Arsenal fans is going to be Socrates. This one is according to, again, pretty much every single news outlet. Arsenal have agreed a deal with Borussia Dortmund for defender Socrates. The transfer is expected to be formally announced on July the 1st. And the article doesn't say the fee, but I'm pretty certain it's around €19 million. And next up, according to Calcio Mercato, super agent Mino Raiola has offered his client Marco Verratti to Manchester United. Now, with United signing Fred a couple days ago, or last week should I say, for 50 mil, I can't see them signing another midfielder. And next up, some information regarding Jerome Boateng from the CEO of Bayern Munich. He has confirmed that Boateng can leave the club this summer if there is a good enough offer. So he can speak to clubs and somewhat sort out a deal. And to be fair, whoever gets him, if they do get him, he's a world-class centre-back. Just the only thing about it, he has injury problems. Now, last week Liverpool were linked to him for £40 million, and again, I'd love it to happen. Just the amount of injuries he picks up, that's somewhat worrying. Just imagine Boateng playing alongside Van Dijk. I think it'd be great, but again, I'm just hoping for that now, but I'll have to wait and see. And next up, according to Mundo Deportivo, Real Madrid have reached an agreement with Alisson, but the clubs are yet to agree a fee. Real Madrid have offered €55 million plus €5 million bonuses, but Roma, they want €80 million. And Marco also said with the confirmation of Lopetegui as manager now, the club's first priority is to get a new goalkeeper, with Alisson as the main target, but the transfer fee, it could put him off. And the final one says also goalkeeper linked to Manchester United, and definitely not for the first time. So according to Manchester Evening News, Real Madrid believe they can finally land Manchester United goalkeeper David De Gea for £100 million. And the Daily Mail said that De Gea has got a very good relationship with incoming Real Madrid manager Lopetegui. And this rumour has popped up every single transfer window so far, ever since that dodgy fax machine. But that, guys, is going to be it for this video. So as always, if you enjoyed it and enjoyed transfers, show support by leaving a like rating. That'd be absolutely awesome and greatly appreciated. If you're new to my channel, press the subscribe button for more, and press the notifications tab next to it to receive an alert every single time I upload a video. If you missed yesterday's double upload, it will be down below in the description box. Current schedule every day at 8 AM as a transfer video, and the second upload, if there is one, will be 9 PM. And finally, in the comment section below, what are your predictions for the very first World Cup game today between Russia and Saudi Arabia? Let me know down below. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.